Hey everyone, Teehashee here, picking up where we left off on MechWarrior with our thought process RogueTech gameplay commentary, and we are going to be jumping right back into contracts. Got a little over half of them done. Interestingly enough, these are not in the fighting in the capital or in the mega city, which will be a little bit more interesting. Probably gonna take flushing them out next. And gonna take the Cyclops out because we don't have a good pilot for it for a few days. And I think we're doing the lowlands. We still have yet to actually even test this Cyclops. Interestingly enough, we don't really have a scout either. Little leery about putting Apex in. It wouldn't be the end of the world, and it's just in a Panther. She would probably be safe. We could do it like this. Kentaro isn't a bad mech to put an ace pilot in. It just runs hot, as y'all know. We'll give this a shot, though. This is the lowest risk, it seems. Probably the first time I've asked the channel this, but go ahead and post. Well, apparently YouTube is capable of doing surveys now, and I actually like that system, so maybe I'll post a survey. But still, for the sake of the comments, I'd kind of like to know how you all feel about swearing. I don't typically swear unless I'm really passionate about something. Or I guess if something takes me by surprise, maybe. And I'm trying in earnest to swear less, though mostly for myself. It's not like for any kind of lofty goal, I admit. So yeah, you guys tell me a little bit about how much you might swear. If it bothers you if I swear at all in the videos, or if it bothers you if I don't swear in videos. Why not? Let's keep all those doors wide open. Okay. EXO pretty much lays out that we're going to get a visit from reinforcements. Seems like the best we can do with this kind of lance. 95 tons might be 85 tons. Those are big boys. Must be, hopefully there are only two of them. 95 tons though. Not too many 95 ton mechs running around. 85 ton could be anything. Blurg or Stalker. But in 95 tons, it's probably some persuasion of Banshee. And there are 100 tons. Wow, first 100 ton mech of our adventure. If they're pristine, we might be in for a real fight. 90 tons. All right. 85 tonners, what we've got the best shot on. Just hippity hoppity over here. It's a stalker and it's pristine. I'm suddenly feeling a lot less confident about our life decisions. Elite Sentinel. Okay. Now, the issue is that they're really, with a lance that's that heavy, it even doesn't even matter if it's a Banshee. They have the tonnage to just run us down. Like, if they push into us, we can't stop them. And the XO said that reinforcements would probably be coming. It is a Banshee. It's the bad Banshee, so I guess thank goodness for that. It's a sniper. What we'll probably do is we'll move the Kentaro in this sort of C shape and give them something to push into that's not the lance. Because if they push us, we basically have to. You know, the arena's not even that big. We got to get away. This bad boy has jump jets, I think. Maybe. It's got DFA, it says, so it probably is carrying jump jets. I can fire all of those without getting our heat up. So that's good to know. A swarm of bees, not the bees. Alright, glitch. Okay. Don't really have a reason not to keep shooting at the stalker. It's exposed and we're getting good hits on it, so. Is that a headshot or a center torso? No, was a headshot. I'm gonna have to keep back. Let's see what this 100-tonner is. Here it comes. A large laser. Probably a single large laser, probably a king crab. Which, you know, they walk at things very effectively. So since this isn't going to be a knockdown, I think we'll go for the headshot here. Nice. Thank you, Glitch. It's going to be our marksmen that make this a possibility. Their line of sight on us is dead, but they've still got mechs to move. The onus is on us to make a play. Really doesn't seem like there's much we can do. We'll just brace. Probably should have sprinted somewhere, but can't say yet. Only advantage is they've got to come to us right now. Alright, so there's the king crab, like we said. Okay. Alpha strike from the king crab, very scary. King crabs are not the most heat efficient mechs. Since that's the primary threat and that's what we'll focus on killing next, we still don't know what the 90 tonner is, but we'll just reserve and try and run them out of movement. It's probably some variety of Cyclops, but I can't tell. Okay, so time to start eating up these guys' movement. I think we'll just do an opening shot with the Panther. Take out that evasion. There we go. Here comes the Banshee. Alright. We're taking smart risks and getting smart rewards so far. But we need to continue being very careful. Let's just keep doing this with our heat, I think. I'm also not blind to the fact that they are closing on us. So we're just going to keep our lands spread out. Especially with bad guys like these, they could very reasonably hit us with stray shots that could be very, very punishing if we do actually get hit by them. Okay. Got Apex here. We're definitely going to use her this turn. She's doing great on heat, so I think we're going to jump her. This isn't a great jump, but it's alright. She's a good shot, though. This is the first time we've used her, and she's doing well. Alright, Behemoth has her knockdown all lined up. I think we can safely jump like that. That looks pretty good. Like Cyclops, Banshees are big, heavy, fast mechs, and if you underestimate their speed, they'll walk up and melee attack you, and it's basically the... Oh, there's a Explosion. Okay. It's basically the biggest mistake you can make with to have that happen. Alright, so we're gonna reserve and see what they do. King Crab got back up, which is what we want. Probably just gonna walk around here and go for a headshot. Oops. There we go. That looked pretty good. What is this pilot? A Gladiator? Vanguard? So it's a Cyclops Q. It's the missile boat. Theirs and ours are going to be squaring off. Mine should be less squishy, more heat efficient as well. I think we will just keep working on getting rid of this LRM-5 ammo. Alright, dead pilot. 2 for 2. Though we're definitely taking the King Crab and not the Stalker. Okay. Panther is tough, but it's not like 2 assault mechs tough. So we're gonna back her off. Probably gonna do it right now too. I suspect if we back up enough that they will have to, they'll lose LOS because they're right next to each other. This Banshee's a pretty easy shot, so I think we'll try and take it out this turn. Behemoth. We might just reserve her. Glitch hasn't been shot at all. I'm really tempted to shoot this Banshee because it is standing so very still, so I guess I will. Pretty decent shooting. Let's just reserve again. Here comes the Cyclops. Alpha strike on the Marauder. Not too much of a surprise. It's probably time to be an assault mech and walk up here. Pretend like I'm not afraid. Not a bad build so far. Yep. We did successful assault mech things. And I'm gonna have an opportunity to attack twice, so I think we'll just walk into this arc over here. Alright, Apex. Her mech is getting hot. Though if we move and shoot and just that, it retains its heat neutral, so alright, this is what we're talking about, getting another free shot in. So we'll just jump laterally, and we'll try for this knockdown. I know it might seem silly because I'm definitely maxed out on my salvage already, and I'm still going for like knockdowns and stuff like that. But it towards the late game, it gets almost cheesy, if that makes sense. Because it's more effective to shoot an assault mech, precision strike him in the head over and over and over again, knock him down, kill the pilot, than it is to cut your way through the mech. It's just too much mech most of the time, especially if you're doing like mixed lance stuff. There we go. Okay. It's definitely all the damage you want the Panther to take, I think. And as for you, don't even need to be that close to him. We're gonna keep firing LRMs until they're out, just like we're supposed to. Save our precision strikes for glitched, see if we can kill the pilot before we kill the mech, and that's the strategy. Kind of tempted to turn around and walk the other way, get them shooting at the other side of the mech. So that's what we'll do. Don't know if there was a point to that. Yeah, there was. Definitely there was. Kataro. Oh, she got hit in the head. That's the only place she's been hit so far. We don't want to box with him. That's the only thing. I think we've got our lasers and we've got our coolant vent, so all of that's still charged up, and we're down to one mech ostensibly, unless reinforcements do still show up, but I don't think they will at this point. That was right in the head. Oh, that was GG. Okay. Easy peasy. Well, we got our first 100 tonner, assuming we got 3 parts for it. And a full assault lance took like 20 minutes to defeat. Very clean mission. Okay. So there's the king crab. Sorry, just checking. LRM-15, medium laser, SRM-6. So we'll take the king crab and we'll take that medium laser. And we can give those assault mechs to the Arano restoration. They definitely need them. Okay, anything else cool? We got the LRM-15. And the SRM-6, wow. And an arm mod. It's like a real arm mod too. Nice. Very decent run. So I guess if like you really wanted to min-max it, you could basically do salvage up until the point where you get the Argo. Then you could do money up to the point that the Argo is fully kitted out, and then switch back to salvage after that point. Because you have so much resolve at that point, you're just shooting things in the head over and over and over again. But this isn't going badly. Okay. Well, we got another mech to refit, so that's gonna be fun. And it's the big one, boys. It's the big one. Cool paint job on it too. King Crabs, of course, a very charismatic mech. It's got a great look. All of its proportions kind of make sense. And I mean, it's got mud flaps. How can you not appreciate it? Obviously, that's armor, but you know, mud flaps. And you know, it's just a real looker. Ironic that I'm not too big a fan of this, and I am a big fan of this. But something about the Marauder being, you know, that that girlfriend that's just a bit too skinny that you're not sure if she is taking good care of herself. Okay. Let's look at the refit. I kind of want to mothball an assault mech now that we've got a lot of them, but that's pretty hypocritical. You know what I mean? Because you need assault lances. You can do it without, but you do need them. So here's the king crab, right? Respectable in its own right. But this is not what I like to do with the king crab. Like LRM-15, no. Large laser, no. AC-20 ammo, sure. We're gonna need more of that, a lot more of that. We're gonna max its armor. We're gonna put these assault variant jump jets on it, and we're going to put let's throw this up here, and we're gonna put one more ton of AC-20 ammo on it, and that's it, folks. That's the mech. All that stuff, that doesn't matter. We don't care about anything but AC-20s and mobility. And you stick someone like Glitch or any other kind of sniper in this thing and kind of just walk at the bad guys, they'll be running. Okay, that's looking pretty good. got the kind of block of stats that we like. And yeah, flying crustaceans. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. King Crab also has some great paint jobs. I haven't made you guys sit through nearly enough paint jobs. That's how I feel about it. I feel like the amount of suffering you guys have done is nowhere near enough. This is our command mech, so it really does need to look good. I like that alright. Shows off our colors. And this is okay. It doesn't look so bad because you can't see this like weird beard thing it's got going on because the missile rack is in the way. Everything else looks like the spilled paint look. That's all pretty good looking. This is not a bad look. You're like Wakanda style Black Panther paint skin, though this predates all that. Marvel stuff. Still solid look. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Pretty hard to make a bad looking panther, seems. Also pretty good. I do like that with a little bit of red highlights. We did that, and straight lines. Highlander is all about straight lines. Where the king crab is all about making you poo your panties. Okay. Two missions left. I think we got time to do one. We'll do the assassination mission. Got the same amount of salvage. Probably just gonna max it now that we're shooting people in the face over and over and over again. And it looks like we're putting Medusa in the Kintaro, which will be fine because he is an ace pilot and the Kintaro will benefit from that. Probably going to involve some sensor locking because of heat, but I find that with my Kintaro, I seem to have erred a little far on the side of heat management and could probably put more guns on it. That, or I just don't push Behemoth near enough with her abilities. Also a possibility. We got time to do a loading screen, hopes and dreams. What have I got for you guys? Oh, I learned something interesting today. I learned that in some European countries, there's something called the Pirate Party. And the Pirate Party has very interesting stances. They want patents to have a shorter duration but be easier to get, right? So a little bit of balance change for patents. So yeah, they don't last as long, easier to get. They want more oversight for large companies, especially they want laws that protect people's data. What do we got here? A Highlander. Ooh. What else do I know about this party? Yeah, their focus is basically on digital freedoms. They want large companies to have less control of data and to have less ownership of data. Patents and intellectual properties should be easier to get. They understand why patents exist, but they shouldn't last as long. Basically, their philosophy is that it should benefit the inventor more than large companies, because large companies a lot of the time end up buying patents to kind of stymie inventions from coming out. Just jump her one more time. I think Decker can kind of walk up there, and then we'll put you up on the hill as well. It's not a bad starting place for a sniper. And he's talking about ambushes, which means it's gonna happen, though that other lance is way out there, so alright, let's sprint the Kentaro up there again. So what do we see? An unknown mech. Fascinating. This is up against the side of the map, but not so much that it's like prohibitively so. We can't attack these guys, so Panthers are kind of interesting. I should do a talk about the Panther for one of our missions, mostly because uh, it's a light mech that behaves like a heavy mech. It's got the speed profile of a heavy mech. It's got the jump jets of a heavy mech. It's even got a similar loadout to certain really bad heavy mechs. So yeah, it's definitely a heavy mech in a light mech's body. 55 tonner, 70 tons. We haven't seen a Black Knight yet, and I would like to get my hands on one. Not that it would be a huge game changer, but I do like it. Haven't seen a cataphract yet either, and I am a big fan of the cataphract, even though so in MechWarrior 5 there's a cataphract that goes really slow, like slow for an assault mech slow, but it mounts a lot of guns. Think of like Brass Beast Heavy, if you can humor my reference. Like the one that I built had it's got ballistic mounts, and it had two ultra auto cannon. Oh, it's an archer. Two ultra auto cannon fives in each arm, and then some medium lasers. And UAC fives aren't that great in MechWarrior 5, but they are fun to use. I think we're gonna work hard on dunking on that archer because it didn't move much and its armor is very thin. Let's see. Might as well open with glitch. Must be the Highlander. There is a refit Highlander that doesn't have the Gauss. It has a PPC on it instead, and that's not a bad adaptation because you keep the very respectable range profile of the Highlander, and it's very heat efficient mech. So that is one time where you lose a very powerful long range ballistic weapon, and the PPC fills a very similar role, albeit inferior. Kind of just hanging out in these trees. kind of praying for a random yellow headshot to finish this guy off, but if it doesn't happen, we don't really care either. There's an ammo explosion. Random yellow ammo explosion. And we got Medusa to come finish him off. We can see what this 55 tonner is. I'm curious to see. Kintaro, okay. So I don't know what's going to happen to this guy, but it's going to be bad. Didn't even destroy the leg, which means the next time he's up, we will destroy the leg and put him on his behind again. I think this will make our second Kintaro, so we don't even have to use that stupid Wolverine. I think we'll reserve until the archer gets back up. Can't really tell what the right decision with that is, but it's probably not a bad decision to do it like this. Hopefully these guys shoot at the Kintaro. Still did pretty respectable damage, despite the fact that their shots weren't. I mean, we had a lot of evasion. There's the 2 alpha, Pew doing 2 alpha things. This thing should stand up again at some point. A large laser shot off our right shoulder. Don't know yet. But if it's in large laser range, they're not very far away. Oh crap, I hit the done button. Whoops, that was a big mistake. Well, we're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Alright, hope y'all enjoyed your free turn. I'd like to say something edgy like, you will not get another. But I'm kind of a dullard, and that's the kind of mistakes I make. That's up the hill and safe enough for our little panther. I think we'll just take a shot and see what happens with this. It did go into the leg. PPC. Alright. I think we'll jump behind the Kintaro. It'll either cause him to turn around and whack us or cause him to ignore us. I don't know yet which. I think we'll just shoot everything. We need a unit to go down, especially since we set the entire mission back a turn. Alright. Yeah, Kintaro ignored us, which is fine. Managing heat. Here comes the cicada. Probably that's who we're going to shoot next. Just reserve. We're not going to click done, right? Right? That didn't even happen. I definitely don't post that it happened in the comments, because it definitely didn't. Is that commando? I don't think anything's going to come out of that. Look at this. Oh, it's 70 tons. No, it's a grasshopper. Okay. Go jump on this guy. It's going to be like, oh, the Cyclops can fly. I have an autocannon mounted. Its model is there, but we don't have one. It's a lie. So the cicada sprinted, but I don't think we care. Can we just move into line of sight? There we go. And one hit from anything, and we do have the LBX, so it's gonna go down. It's a very anticlimactic death, but you know, we called it. All right, Apex. Probably gonna start working on this Kentaro because we've got nothing else to shoot at right now. $40-tonner with a PPC. Probably another cicada is what it looks like. We can use our whatchamacallit, Ace Pilot superpowers here. Ammo explosion of all the ammos. An explosion of all the ammos. I think for that one we'll probably jump. It's probably not that little known a fact, but you can use your jump jets with Ace Pilot. Making jump jets even better. Okay, we'll just walk the Marauder back to where it was and probably kill this thing. I don't know if it's gonna be a kill shot, but it's really in bad shape. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully we only need one salvage left, because there's like that thing went up like a Roman candle. Okay, so they've got to close on us now, and they have. Grasshopper opening with its Iron Man laser. And I think we will answer back in kind. This is a pretty good design of mech. I think the last time against the Assault Lance we didn't run out of LRMs, so... pretty good. I should say it's average. just like it says on like Sarna or something, like the refit Cyclops are, you know, sort of good if mediocre assault mechs, which sort of boils down to them being thoroughly average. Because again, it's in a 90-ton slot. Not that that matters too much in this game, but if you are concerned with that kind of thing, there are definitely Highlanders that are refit high, like SLDF Highlanders that are much better than the Cyclops. Alright, here's the Cicada doing Cicada things. Making, in its head, it makes major plays with its PPC that just never quite come together. And that's how it is to live in the body of a cicada. Quick draw, LOL. Boy, that thing. These mechs are in terrible shape. Alright. I think the Marauder is gonna go for the dunk. Not even necessary, not even where the damage needs to go, but we're gonna do it. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, like these mechs are so damaged that that's gonna be lethal. There's no way it's not. Well, that's the wrath of that Highlander coming down on us. But it's my guess that he hasn't been in too big a hurry to get over here. The assassin targets are pretty happy to let multiple lances die on their account. And there's some decent in-game lore reasons for that. Usually it comes down to them being a VIP or them being a escaping spy or something like that. I think we'll turn our lasers off. Boy, that's pretty dang heat efficient. Because we'll probably do some ace pilot shenanigans this turn. Another assault mech. Can't imagine anything in 80 tons being too good against what we've got for them. I mean, we do have 4 jump jets. Let's just position ourselves so we can tell what's going on. Pew. Okay. There was a commando. Okay, I'm not crazy. Apex is in a good place to deal some hurt. I mean, this is pretty much all you ask from the Panther is just like consistent damage over and over and over again. This big play is coming to life in the Cicada's mind again. Yeah, he's like, that looked good. That was solid. Now we're actually going to do the ace pilot thing. Show the Cicada how it's done. Actually, we'll probably go square off against him since we're gonna kill him next turn. That's not too bad. More displeasure from the Highlander. Might actually use Glitch's superpowers. Tengo mi ice, baby. Entonces estoy bien. Multi-target kind of falls off later in the game, mostly because focusing fire against heavier targets becomes so much more important. Oh, it's a Victor. I think we have some Victor parts. Taking hits, he says, which is... He got hit in the arm by the AC-20. I mean, that's real damage. Not gonna say it isn't. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Mistakes were made. Yeah. Alright, we're maxed out on Resolve again. It would be nice to take out that commando, but we're gonna have to consider this Victor. That should neuter him. There we go. Pretty sure we only have 3 slots, so we're pretty much gonna have to be no mercy. The one thing that I learned that is a mistake is when you take off the Gauss rifle and put on an autocannon 20, like you should probably go down to an autocannon 10 just to preserve your range profile. The AC-20 is just not good on a Highlander. It's not what that mech is for. I think we'll just take the shot. SRM6 gonna cause me problems. That's what it looks like. I'm sorry, Decker. You're doing assault mech things. Actually, all right. This is gonna be the kill shot. I mean, we don't need lasers at all for this, I don't think. And even then, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. We could turn 2 of those off and still have a pretty decent shot for the kill. We didn't get our kill. It doesn't matter though, because we've got our Panther, and the Panther's gonna do it for us. Kind of showing off how simple and solid this this Panther build has been for us too. Blam. Apex as well. I mean, if you're there when we hired her, she's got a very cool vested interest in backstory in this cause. But more so than that, she's just turned out to be a great pilot, doing a good job. She might feel a little hazed because it's her first ever job and we stuck her in a light mech, but it's actually a compliment. Because usually if it's a new pilot and I'm worried about them, I'll put them in the tankiest thing I can put them in. Alright. I think we're just going to sprint up here. Doesn't seem like the best plan, so it looks like we're going to jump and brace. I think we can safely turn the torso. There we go. So here's our Highlander. I believe this is the one with the PPC. Yeah, it is. And that's just fine. We'll go for some knockdowns. We'll go and punch it some. We've got lots of precision strikes, headshots. We're going to do it all. We're going to do it all, folks. So, yep, I saw one of the rockets go into the cockpit. We are officially taking the Anakin approach on this one. But the difference is that there's 4 of us. And there was just one Anakin. Oh, we're only in range of the LRM, so we're not going to waste that precision. We do get the breaching shot though, so that's nice. Owie. Just put as much into the head as we can. He got it too. I don't know, what is this guy? He's just called target. Well, I could have told you that. I think we'll just walk down here. It's a long shot. Getting those headshots in though. Orientation of our mech was good. Evasion was high. That all worked out just fine. We've got 40 missiles left. I think the best thing we can do is just walk straight forwards. So I gotta pick my path a little bit. Or not. Shall we just attack? Okay. Let's see, let's not do that and save it for glitch. I think Medusa can get us the knockdown. Try not to get too close to him. Don't want a Highlander burial on our hands. Duh. Alright, we got it. Nice. He didn't even run for it. Probably because he didn't know how much trouble he was in. So we're definitely going to need to mothball an assault mech. See, we want to finish that Kentaro, and we kind of need to do it. But no sane person would trade a Kentaro for a complete Highlander, I'm afraid. Nothing else too fancy fell on the field. There's a TTS. TTS are kind of, they're neat. The only issue is that they give you bonuses that you really want, but not for tonnage. You have to directly trade tonnage, and it's too painful. It's just too painful. Oh, we got 2 pieces of the grasshopper, and we got the Kentaro. Wow, it's like Christmas. Salvage, folks. That's why we do it. So we're gonna have to make some changes, some lance changes. They're probably gonna be a little painful. But yeah, PPC on the Highlander. Here we go. Moves its autocannon and replaces it with a PPC. Plain and simple. Now we need to decide what to do. Because putting away the Orion isn't really an option. But we've got to put 2 mechs away. We're rebuilding a stalker. Can we send you to storage? Yes. Alright, so we got 1 in. Firestarter, stalker. See, now it's here where I'm tempted to mothball the Zeus. Got a missile boat. The Zeus is kind of a sniping mech. Sort of. Seems like the thing that we're going to need to send to storage. There we go. And we'll go ahead and grab this. Got a lot of people out of action. We might, hard to tell for right now what we'll do, if we'll do this last contract that's here, or if we'll just fly to a new system and start over again. I mean, we should probably focus on doing this campaign mission since we've had major success otherwise. So, as you can see, it's pretty much the same as the Star League Era 1. It's got a lot more heat sinks on it. It's dealing with, obviously dealing with more heat problems because it doesn't have double heat sinks. But other than that, we're gonna give it a similar treatment as well. That is to say, we'll put a couple of LRMs on it. Probably this 15 and a 10 like we have on the other one. Stability damage is where it's at. Nice chunk of LRM ammo. Reorient these heat sinks. Heat efficiency has gone up. What I could do is put on 3 small lasers versus 1 more medium laser, which is what I was considering to give it some teeth and short range. But at that point, you know, you might just be like, yeah, we're gonna punch you. Sorry, thanks for playing. This is a ton of LRM ammo as well. The other thing we could just do is say, like, this is enough sustain, and put the rest into heat sinks to keep this stuff firing, because we know that this is not enough heat sinking to include a PPC in anything. It's just not enough, we know. So I believe we've got a double heatsink still kicking around, or did we put it on something? We did. We stuck it on something. Let's put it over here. We're going to put these over here, and then we're going to put the LRM ammo on the center torso. That puts us up to 88. I could put more armor on it. The last 2 tons could go straight into armor. Historically, that's what I would do. Let's see how it is. I mean, that's pretty dang clean. Not too worried about leg armor. Heavy cavalry, I mean, technically, just because it's an assault mech with jump jets, but it's really slow. It's just a sniper. That's what it does. It snipes. This is looking pretty good, though. I don't think there's... We'll fiddle around with it, and if I am crying my eyes out because of this heat, which still seems a little bit likely, I'll just put 2 more heat sinks on it. Or again, someday we'll have double heat sinks. Let's look at contracts really quick. So yeah, it looks like um, we're going on with the campaign next. Because I think we got injured people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. We could make a lance and put in Proxima, is what it looks like. Let's look at the contract really quick. I think that's unwise though. Honestly, we could pull it off. We have the other thing is I could break my axiom and just put my weak pilots in big, strong assault mechs and be like, yep, we wanted to finish the planet off. We were here. There are 2 assault mechs ready and 2 heavy mechs ready. Oh, I need to refit this other Kintaro. Need to make it into an LRM boat. Not terribly romantic for the Kintaro, but it got us. I mean, we're still using that first Kintaro now that we got at the very beginning of the game. So we're just going to do LRM5s for days. 2 medium lasers. We're going to need another rack of LRM ammo. And heat sinks. I could put the comm system on it, why not? One, two, three. Pretty heat efficient. Oh, it doesn't have its jump jets. I don't think my other LRM Kintaro had jump jets on it either. Probably will leave the jump jets off. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's an LRM 25 with 2 racks of, or a 10 and a 10 and a 15 with 2 racks of ammo and armor. Shoot it until it's empty. Probably has too much for heat sinks if that's the strat. I don't know, we'll leave it like that, and if it's too cold, we'll take one off and give it another rack of LRM ammo. Okay. So we got that nice stuff on its way. Look at the little LRM5. They're so beautiful. Okay, guys, I think that was a lot of fun. We made a ton of progress with just a little bit of luck. And by luck, I mean, you know, exploiting some game mechanics. Yeah, to easily harvest mechs. But yeah, you guys can pick on my tactics later. Take it easy.